Here are the starting 11s presented by Bet Online, and first of all, Colombia. Good news for the nation. James Rodriguez is fully fit. He didn't get set too many games when he was at Minnesota United in MLS. Only 6 games, only 2 starts. But part of the exercise was to get himself fully fit to lead Colombia in the finals. Their star man, of course, these days is Luis Diaz, who has been a sensation for Bayern Munich after moving from Liverpool in the summer. And leading the line, one Luis Suarez, 38 goals for Sporting in Portugal. The officials today are led by Rafael Lopez, who has made the journey over from Mexico. He has the assistant referees from the United States. Big day for them as well. And this is the Jordan starting 11. Players looking to make a name for themselves. Keep an eye out for the number 10. They call him the Jordanian Messi. Every country's got a Messi, haven't they? El Tamari, who's played his football in Cyprus, Belgium, and is now starring for Rennes in France. As Ali said, they like to play a back three with a dad effectively working as a right winger. The final game on the road to the World Cup finals for Colombia and Jordan. Colombia kicking off. They did make the African Nations final in 2024, losing against Argentina. They had Algeria, Argentina, all making copious notes on how Jordan line up this evening. They do like to play front foot football, and they love a shot as well, and look at that! Spotted the goalkeeper slightly off his line, and Jordan trying to create a scare in the opening minutes of this game.
He hits it so well, so cleanly. It is a courtesy dive. I don't think Camilo Vargas is getting there. Unfortunate for Jordan that he goes off the post and out.
And a replay there brought to you by Turkish Airlines on this road to 26. Jordan trying to create a bit of a scare here. Al Haddad, the skipper of the side. On the team sheet, he's down as a right back. You're going to see him more as a right winger. Here he is again. Heels almost on the touchline to Oluwan. They're right onto the front foot. It's a good little turn as well by Abu Tahar. A brilliant point you were making. I was looking at his stats, and I think it's an agreement between Minnesota United that he'd go there to get fit. Look at that. James puts in a brilliant ball as well. Little tiptoeing through. Oh, and can't be finished off by Arias. Maybe, just maybe, he took a little bit too much time and allowed the Jordanian players to regroup and put obstacles in his way. But another creation from James Rodriguez.
The reason as to why he's on the field, and actually
one of the changes at the World Cup, nobody's standing around on ceremony when there's a throw-in. The officials have been told the players are going to be given 5 seconds to get the ball back in play.
Right, so we're in a rush to put the ball back in play. Corner kick presented by Enterprise may just be that sort of chance.
Big wind-up for the shot, but always spinning away from goal for Al Tamari. Half an hour passed. We await the first goal in San Diego. The flamboyant fall to the floor from Haddad. Nice smile from Luis Diaz. Wonder what all the fuss is about. Dakuri trying to give him the run around. He's the new kid on the block for Jordan. Now Diaz beats the defender. Second man comes across. Diaz just loses his footing, but he hasn't given up the chase. Stubbs maybe just got caught in the turf there. Now he's down. Let's hope that it's his pride that's hurt and not his body. And he's one man we want to be seeing at the World Cup finals.
Full speed. Yes, and Al Arab, he's struggling to keep up with Luis Diaz, but it is good cover on the backside, and then Al Arab, give him credit, never gives up on the play, eventually makes a challenge. Luis Diaz, he's gonna make, he becomes a liability for you, and so when does Nestor Lorenzo make that switch if necessary? I'm not talking about today, I'm talking about during the World Cup. how much do you depend on James, and is that dependence worthwhile if he's not giving you the sort of performance that you expect?
Well, it's one of the issues that Lorenzo has to solve. This is Haddad for Jordan. Flies it in, hoping for the best. A double deflection in there and a fall in the penalty area as well, but the referee sees little wrong.
It's a handball.
Yeah.
The header from Altamari goes to the hand of Alpha Kuri.
Handball, wasn't it? A number of clubs around Europe. That looks like handball as well, but the referee acknowledges he's seen that. Tells Altamari to keep things moving. Ulwan back to Altamari on his favoured left foot. Good block, good defending by Colombia.
Consistency, penetrating passes that move defenders.
And they're moving defenders out of the way here as Suarez tries to get in on the blind side. It's an either-or situation for the central striker role. It could be Cucho Hernandez or Luis Suarez. Two players have been in good form for their club side. Suarez just looking for an opportunity. Arias takes it in his stride beautifully. Jhon Arias gives Colombia the lead. Persistence pays off.
And this is exactly the sort of position that you need to find James Rodriguez. It is in this sort of moments that he can give you that penetrating pass that I was just begging for. If you isolate James Rodriguez right in front of the back line and right in behind the midfield line of opposing teams, then he can do this. Find the through ball, give credit to Jhon Arias, who gets through the challenge of Al-Arab, and if you're a defender in this sort of position, you need to get to that ball and clear the danger. He does not. Jhon Arias stays calm as the goalkeeper comes out, finds that far post. 1-0, Colombia.
Well, there's a touch of the old James about that goal. Nasib. How will Jordan react? Can they react? Haddad. Altamari, it was a loose hand on his shoulder from Mojica, who's like what is plan A here for Ihsan Haddad. Captain curls it away from the goalkeeper. I think they need to come up with a better plan than that. It's pretty basic. Colombia escape. Looks as though it could be offside. But now the flag stays down. Diaz is away, determined to score. Brilliant run, but side net and not back of the net for the determined Luis Diaz.
He's well offside again. Why do we only have one extra minute? Oh boy.
I have to admit, Ali, I didn't look at the clock. I don't know if they're actually stopping the clock when they have the cooling break, but they've stopped the clock for the first half now. In fact, he's got a few seconds early. Rafael Lopez Valle draws the first half to a close. There's an indication that he didn't start the game and Luis Suarez did. Al-Mahdi, and excellent defending and very well read by backup keeper Alvaro Montero.
Much like Colombia taking out Luis Diaz, it's not surprising that Jordan is taking out Musa Altamari.
That's a great ball. Excellent run on the blind side as well. The goalkeeper hasn't quite got there and virtually scrambled off the line. An excellent dart down that right-hand side. I haven't seen enough of that from Colombia. You quite rightly say, with James in the team, he's a ball-to-feet kind of player. May just have been offside, Arias.
Not that it was pointed out.
But as you say, when he's fit and available for selection, he gets a game. Here is Hernandez away. He's beaten the defenders, but he can't beat the backup keeper. There is Arias, who's immediately got involved in the game. the right back position, but he's more attacking. Lerma. Now James. Lets it go to Arias, takes it on, cuts it across the face of goal. Second. Superb team goal, finished off again by the man of the moment, Jhon Arias. They all clicked into gear and synchronized perfectly.
When Colombia are at their best, this is what they look like. The short passing game, the movement ahead of the ball, attacking players, getting inside the 18-yard box, overlapping runs. James Rodriguez gets involved. Lerma, who had made the run, recognizes that Arias is in a much better position. Arias puts it into a dangerous spot where Jhon Arias is able to get ahead of defenders. He's coming from deep, he's attacking it, puts it on target. The goalkeeper gets a touch on it, but not quite enough. Jhon Arias and Colombia 2-0.
Goalkeeper had left his near post a little unguarded then. I think it was an unnecessary foul by Rios. Gives another free kick situation. In some ways, Néstor Lorenzo will welcome this to test his defence, to see how they handle it. That is casually handled by Alvaro Montero.
Has a lot of tools that can be very useful in a competition like the World Cup. But I also do think that they have their limitations once they advance into the latter stages of the competition, and that's when, in a potential matchup against Spain, then I think it's game, set, match. They could trouble Spain. They're talented enough to push Spain, but I don't think they have enough to beat a team like Spain.
Well, they did go on an excellent run, didn't they? 28 games without defeat to July 2024. The teams that they left in their wake were Spain, Uruguay, Brazil and Germany. And it's mainly the players that are selected for this World Cup squad.
Spain. And that's why I think this team will get out of the group. They'll do well enough, but once they get into the latter stages of the competition, then they need opposition like Spain, then they may be in trouble.
A comprehensive scouting report presented for you by Ali Moreno. And Jordan, as their president said, are here for the experience, and they're going to have fun no matter what happens. It's an endurance test at the moment. Oh, and that really should have been the third goal for Colombia. It's the player who ends up in the net, Rios, and not the ball. It's a good run on the blind side, and if anything, the two players got in each other's way.
Rios takes it away from Hamilton.
Jordan testing the Colombia defence. The neutrals inside the stadium desperate for Almadi to whip one in there and test the goalkeeper. But now Colombia turn defence into offence, and Jordan have left themselves a little short at the back. Colombia being a little charitable, and that was an overly ambitious shot from, 35 yards out. Well, they're stringing passes together now, Jordan. Can they create a scare for Colombia with 10 minutes remaining? Well, the only danger for Colombia that we can see at the moment is that they collectively take their eye off the ball here. They're allowing a little more freedom now to Jordan. And there'll be a welcome save for Alvaro Montero. He's equipped himself well, the keeper, since coming on at half-time. A goal would be an injection of confidence for a team who are now going into their opening game on a run of 5 matches without success. Defeats against Switzerland and Morocco, 2 countries who are at the World Cup finals, and draws against Nigeria and Costa Rica. Looking for a glimmer of hope in the San Diego sunshine. Azaya twists and turns. Al-Zadik runs into the maze, the trap that was set for him by the Colombian defenders. Al-Mahdi drops the shoulder, comes inside, looking for a sighting of goal. Finds one, great ball through, oh, but they can't trickle it in, and that was a very, very scoreable chance.
It is so well done by Mahmoud Al-Mahdi. As he cuts inside, recognizes where the space is. It's a diagonal pass, and it's one that Al Daoud has.
Goalkeeper who came on for the second half, Nur Bani Atir, who my hardest worker will be in a second. Nice skill, definitely not offside. Oh, it looks like handball. Referee has a consideration, may go to VAR. He may just go a little easy on Jordan. There's no great appeal from Colombia. The hardest worker of the match, presented by Lowe's Home Improvement, Ali Moreno.
Oh boy.
Oh, the goalkeeper's given the ball away. Oh, big escape for Alvaro Montero. That could have ruined his chances, if any chance of being the first choice keeper come the opening night.
Let's just say he's very calm, Alvaro Montero. Even as he gave the ball away, he looked calm doing it. Good.
Hold that thought, Ali, as Colombia are looking to finish it off here with the 3rd goal, but they are being a little kind rather than cruel in front of goal. See, I don't know his name, but I'm going for the 4th official, because nobody's worked harder than that guy down there who's had to organise the changes. Well, there is a yellow card, and that means 2 yellows is a red. And Amer Jamous will get the walk of shame. So unnecessary as we head into additional time. He went flying in. He's already sitting on a yellow card. In what is, let's face it, a friendly game. Leaves Carrasco down in a crumpled, pained heap. Offers his apology, but he's not going to change the mind of the referee.
He's late, but he had already committed to the challenge, and Carrascal got there first. And once you've gone down and committed to the challenge,
well, the referee draws to a close what has been a good test for Colombia. Truthfully, Jordan outclassed in every department. The star of the game, undoubtedly the man who was the hardest worker in the eyes of Ali Moreno. And that was Arias, man of the match. Presented by EA Sports FC, the world's game. He was just short of a hat-trick. He's got a bit of work to do, Jamal Timali, to lift his players. They head into the World Cup finals.